Hey YouTube, I'm going to give you 4 or 5 tips when you're absolutely desperate to start your scooter. You've tried everything. These are odd tips. You may not have heard them before. You may not believe they're going to work, but you can do them yourself. They hardly cost any money. And this is like last resort when you're just about to push it all the way to the garage to get them to start it for you or get it towed to the garage. So it's just to save you that time and money. These are last resort things which may work for you. I don't use this scooter very often. I use it maybe once every 3 weeks, so it's often having problems starting. It's a Peugeot Tweet 125cc. Here are a few of the methods I've used when it will not start at all. Okay, first of all, they told me once that it needs high quality fuel, 98 or 100 unleaded, and I'd been putting 95 in it for about a year. So that put the idea in my head to use a fuel additive. So this has helped me before. When it won't seem to start, I put the fuel additive in the petrol tank, about a quarter of the bottle, left it for 20 minutes, it started. Surprises me. This is only about £5, 67 euros, so it's worth it. You can use it on your petrol car as well. So try a fuel additive to clean the petrol tank. That's tip 1. Tip number 2, open up the access into the engine and where the battery is kept. There's lots of different tubes. Squeeze all the tubes with your fingers, squeeze them up and down. Sometimes there's some sort of block of air, oil, petrol, not sure what, but it's worth just giving them all a squeeze to check that there's something that's not blocking into the engine. Tip number 3, when you're starting it at the handlebars, the way you start it on the accelerator, one of the things I found is at the beginning I was always just pulling it back, one hand on the brake, pulling back the accelerator, pushing the button, and it was just kind of click, click, clicking, but it wasn't firing. And then what I found one day that helped start it is, instead of just pulling the accelerator all the way back, to do short, quick movements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at the same time push the starter motor button. And it just seemed to help. So quick, rapid movements with the wrist, not just one long one on the accelerator, but short, quick ones as you push in, sometimes helps. Okay, another one. Well, you know if the battery's dead because the LCD screen isn't coming on or it's faded. So you could try and get jump leads from a car battery, or if you've got some sort of standalone starter pack like this one. I know it's too powerful. I know someone will say you're not supposed to use that on a moped, but if you're desperate, it can help jumpstart the scooter. Final tip, this is going to be a very odd one, but it's just worked for me tonight, so I want to share it to help anyone else out there. When you use the kickstart here, you put one hand on the brake. Usually people use the heel on this, but the way you do it is very tricky, especially on this Peugeot. I don't know why. What I found is if you use your hand to push down on it, that can fire the motor, rather than using your heel. Maybe it is too strong, it's kind of pushing it too hard, I don't know what. But I just found one hand on the left brake and then using your hand on the kickstand helps start the motor. It did tonight. I don't know if it's because of the fuel additive, I don't know if it's because I've been squeezing all the pipes, or it was just the way I did the kickstart with my hand rather than my foot. But it started it tonight. And then as soon as you got it started, you know what I'm going to say, take it on a 20-minute, a half an hour ride around to charge up the battery again and get everything moving inside so you won't have the same problem, hopefully. Hope that helps someone out there. If so, give me a thumbs up. If any of these tips you don't agree with or you want to explain them in more detail, put it in the comments below. Normally I blog about bikes, so if you're interested in second-hand bikes and how to make money from them, subscribe. Thanks.